Mention Maine's Sugarloaf Mountain Resort, and most people think of downhill skiing. However, in recent years, Sugarloaf has made a big investment in promoting its warm weather activities, most notably mountain and gravel biking. The resort offers an extensive network of trails at its outdoor center, as well as on the mountain itself, which hosts competitions such as the Eastern States Cup and Enduro World Series. The latter draws hundreds of pro riders and fans from around the country and all over the world.
So what I love about riding in the Carrabassett region and on Sugarloaf is kind of the combination of having the, gravity-fed, steep, expert-level trails on the mountain, and then having just a total wide variety of riding all around the valley. I mean, you can ride up the knolls across the way, up to Oak Knoll and the Stratton Brook Hut on beautiful machine-built flowing single track that's still challenging and inspiring, but is kind of available for all ability levels. And then around the outdoor center is kind of the trail hub for the area, and there's really amazing beginner trails there. We kind of have the full spectrum of ability levels now, which is awesome to get people into the sport and then continue to inspire folks. And we've got a really robust local riding community. We have our Tuesday night group rides that the Carrabassett Nemba chapter puts on that have, a couple dozen people show up. Currently, there's no fee for access to the trails just because we have kind of a scrappy environment. Sugarloaf definitely sees the potential in developing mountain biking as part of our year-round offering of amenities. And we have a really major commitment to a 3-phase plan over on Whiffletree to get, machine-built trails for all abilities over there. There's a really, really hardy riding community that is supported by the hard work that the town crew has done over the last many years, and now it's great to be contributing to that at Sugarloaf as well.
As Adam mentioned, riders of all skill levels looking for a mix of easy and challenging terrain can find it at Sugarloaf's Outdoor Center, which also offers bike and gear rentals. The center's well-marked trails take riders through woods, fields, and around a small pond, where you're likely to encounter all sorts of wildlife.
Yeah, it's Carrabassett Valley, it's mountainous terrain. The biggest mountains in Maine are right around us and some of the most beautiful valleys. So it's mountain biking, right? But we do have levels of terrain for all abilities, from novice entry-level riders, people who don't even know how to ride a bike can come here and have a really good time. Yeah, we just built the trails through a challenging environment to begin with. So the terrain that we have and the environment that's around us is really what the character of the trails are going to show. We build a lot of things out of rock here. We use as much dirt as we can and a little bit of wood mixed in as well. We've had a few different professional trail designers work on our network here, and all are very skilled. It takes time. I think that, I say the design is the most important part, and it really just takes time wandering through the woods and looking for things that are cool that we want the trail to go to, and things that aren't cool that we want the trail to sort of stay away. Even before getting into the woods, you spend a lot of time looking at maps, looking at soil maps, really just sort of understanding the terrain before you're even in the woods. The Outdoor Center is a full year-round non-motorized network here. So Nordic skiing, ice skating in the winter, snowshoeing in the winter, and then in the summertime, there's a lot of people that hike here and a lot of people that run, and then there's the mountain bike trails. There's a full-service bike shop here. You can rent a bike, get some advice on what trails to check out for your ability, or just what sort of things that you might want to check out in the network. And then just venture out and explore it for yourself. We continue to expand. I think that as the mountain is expanding terrain and we're expanding more terrain in the valley, it's offering a different experience for the user who maybe hasn't been here before or has already been here a few times and wants to try out a different network. I think mountain biking has been in my past since I was a young kid. I've always been riding bikes in Maine, and when you're riding a bike in Maine, generally you're in the woods. I also grew up loving trails of all types, and those two things just have sort of come together. Mountain biking is a great adventure tool to get you into these wilder places. It's also really hard and challenging. It's good for your mental well-being, it's good for your physical health. It really is just a wonderful activity, and seeing the sport growing so much over the past 20 years, let's say, especially in Carrabassett Valley, it's so rewarding to come out and build these trails and see the next generation coming along. Really, the next generation of mountain biking across the board. They've got some skills, and we should all watch out for them.